Alright, just to piggyback off of my previous video, I just wanted to talk about the message again about you reap what you sow, right, from the Bible. So you have a farmer that's cultivating a field, right, and he's taking from the field and he's getting a lot of harvest, but he's not really sowing back into the field, right? He's not enriching or investing into the soil, and then he's slashing and burning the field over and over after every harvest, and eventually there's less and less harvest, and eventually, finally, in the end, the field doesn't produce any yield, right? So you see this sometimes with parents too, right? So they got a kid, a great kid, and they just need to grow and cultivate the kid, right? But they're not really giving positive reinforcement. They're not enriching the kid's experiences with them. Every time the kid gets around the parent, they have a bad experience, right? They're just getting slashed and burned with insults and rude little digs and stuff like that. Like people don't recognize that they're being insulted, right? So on Thanksgiving and the holidays, you got these family reunions coming up. And you got to think about the people that are on the outskirts that are kind of like the black sheep of the family, right? And these people, they just want an enriching, good experience. They want to come to the family reunion and have a great time with everybody else. They bring a dish. They have high hopes for the reunion. And then somebody at the reunion says something about their politics, or maybe the way they dressed, or something about their hair. Just little digs here and there, tiny little insults that are slash and burn, slash and burn, slash and burn, right? They wanted to have an enriching experience with the family. They wanted to be part of the family. They wanted it to be positive. They wanted to yield a great harvest, right? For Thanksgiving, right? A big spread of a table. But nobody's enriching in that kid and nobody's investing in that kid, right? They don't want to have a relationship much with that kid. That kid is like the obligatory invite to the family reunion that nobody really cares about, right? And every time the kid comes around, all they do is like slash and burn them, slash and burn them, slash and burn them. Over time, that kid just keeps having these negative experiences at family reunions. And they decide finally one time that they've hit their limit. Like, people can only take so much, right? Even an empath can only take so much. A nice person can only take so much. And eventually they decide they don't want to come to the family reunions and they don't want to be in fellowship. And people wonder why they're being so distant, right? It's because nobody was enriching their soil. Nobody was investing in them. And they were just slashing and burning them, slashing and burning them, slashing and burning them every time they got around them. And so the person kept developing this very negative feeling and negative vibe whenever they were around them. They didn't want to come to the family reunions anymore. So then what happens is the person isn't contributing a dish to the family reunion, to the dinner table for everybody, right? And that's called biting the hand that feeds, right? And once you bite the hand that feeds so many times at the dinner table, where it's supposed to be a fellowship of everyone, right? Eventually you have to cook your own goose. You ruin your own experience of Thanksgiving because this one person, or maybe a couple people in your family, you just keep slashing and burning them, slashing and burning them, slashing and burning them, and eventually they don't come to dinner anymore, and they don't accept the invite, and that's kind of on you. And now you got to cook all Thanksgiving for yourself. It's called you cooked your own goose by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of partly your fault. You weren't enriching that person. You weren't giving them a good experience. You were just slashing and burning them all the time and making them feel really bad about themselves, not building up their confidence. If you do that to a kid over time, if you're not encouraging them or offering them growth, giving them opportunities or investing in them, if all you're doing is insulting them and being rude to them or talking down on them or slandering them and gossiping about them, the kid's not going to produce much. And that's kind of on you. You cooked your own goose with that one. So, anyways, Christmas is coming up. We got family reunions again. Just think about those people. Do you really need to slash and burn them about their politics or the way they dressed? Do you really need to do that? Or can you come to dinner together and just love each other and have gratitude for each other and be happy for each other? Think about it. You reap what you sow. Do you want to be cooking your own goose? So, anyways, Thanksgiving is over. Christmas is coming. Another family reunion. So think about what I said. And think about those people that are in your family, and it's in every family. There's always one person that's just getting slashed and burned. So be nice. Be kind. Life is hard enough. Why are you creating a negative experience for this person every time you come around them, right? Be their peace. Don't be their problem. God bless, all right? Think about your actions at family reunions. God bless and take care. Be loving and kind.